Hi, this is on imagination. And I ended that last video and then I didn't even talk about what I was supposed to be talking about. So this is me talking about it for real. So the thing I was supposed to be talking about is, are you absorbing too much information into your perspective? This is really, really, really important. It is absolutely 100% in a defense. This is boundaries, people. This is boundaries. Now, this is advanced boundaries. We start off by saying, make sure you use your boundaries so people can't project on you. Yeah, let's go big picture now, okay? You use boundaries so you can filter what's being put into your perspective. Now that you understand how fragile your perspective is, how important your perspective is, how much garbage are you putting into your perspective? This is what the seventh perspective learned. This is exactly what seventh perspective learns. Seventh perspective gets to that point and they understand this. And they suddenly put up this massive boundary that says, no more noise, no more. Because you understand fully by the time you get to seventh perspective, finally, how fragile, important, delicate your perspective is. It is literally, okay, let me put it to you this way. In Doctor Who, there are these creatures called the Ood. Oh my God, I love the Ood. These creatures are so gentle that they literally carry their heart in their hand. That is how gentle they are. Maybe it's a brain. I can't remember if it's their brain or their heart. That gentle. Beautiful creatures. The Ood are the most gorgeous thing in all of Doctor Who. Oh my God. Wow. My partner is an Ood. My partner is an Ood. So that being said, I want you to really, for a minute, just think about that. How delicate, how vulnerable is that to have something so vital as your heart or your brain literally out there in your hand? Now, I want you to think of the most vital parts of you. Now, immediately we think heart, we think brain. We think, and you're going to throw a bunch of body parts at me, but we always miss one, and that is our perspective. Now, our perspective is the core of our mental health. So I want you to just step back for a moment and really reflect on this. Your perspective has the ability to absorb data within seconds. It has a very significant weak point that, when exposed, will leave you embedded with a mental illness. It is your livelihood. Your perspective shapes your subconscious mind. I'm going to say that again real slow. Your perspective is what shapes your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind does not create the perspective. Your perspective creates the subconscious mind. Now look at everything you are. All the fear you feel, all the self-doubt you battle, everything you are. How much do you love? How much do you give? How much do you love yourself? How much do you twitch? How much do you flinch? How much do you try and escape a reality that isn't even yours? How much do you scream inside of your head? How much do you navigate to avoid, to prevent? How much do you fear? How much do you live enslaved to your own perspective? How much do you sit down every day and make a choice not based on what you love, want, or desire, but based on what you are afraid of, based on what's going to keep you alive through the day. How many choices do you make that revolve around keeping you safe? Now, I have a question for you. How healthy are you? How you doing? Truly, how are you doing? Are you stable? Are you able to go to work every day and love what you're doing? Are you happy? The fact that you are at this kind of a meeting tells me you're not. The fact that you're here on this video tells me you're not. Probably tells me that you're not doing well at all. Maybe you've got your shit together for today. Maybe you've had your shit together for a couple weeks. But you know, deep down, you can only carry it for so long before you lose it. And you are literally living from blow up to blow up in a stance of, all right, we won that battle, gentlemen. Let's get ready for the next. Is that living? That is how fragile our perspectives are. To be put out there with that kind of depth and fragility to them. And we're letting anybody who wants a shot at it to shit on it. We allow our parents, our brothers, our lovers, our boyfriends, our husbands, anybody who wants a shot can shit on our perspective. And we let them. We say, I'm sorry. That's what we do. Somebody shits on it and we go, oh no, I am so sorry. Please abuse me again. And because we are not aware of literally the most important thing in our bodies and mind, everyone is taking a shot at it because it's invisible. Your perspective gets to determine your heart health. Your perspective gets to determine your longevity. Your perspective gets to determine anxiety, body pains, joints, physical ailments, aging, poor decisions, poor decision making, poor environment, stress, anxiety, drinking, gambling, sexual addiction. Do I need to go on? So when I say to you, what's the most important part of the body or the mind? And you all jump in and you say things like the heart, the liver, the brain. I say it's the perspective, because there's no rib cage guarding this thing. There is no cranium protecting this thing. In fact, there is nothing protecting this thing because you don't even know it exists. You were told that the only one that exists is probably your parents. And that's the one that you need to behave and listen to and be obedient to and mind, because yours is garbage, right? This is the perspective. An invisible, fragile core of every human being that we don't even know exists. This is perspective psychology. It is steeped in philosophy, manifestation, physics, sociology, me. And it took me over 28 years to build and piece together off of 5 different huge topics. And then I crammed it all into my garden. And I handed the world the age of authenticity. Welcome to my podcast. This is the welcome door. This is the door and the part of the place where I say, welcome to my garden. This is where you have been looking for. This is a respite, a place for any nonconformist who seeks healing, a home, a community. That is what I offer here. Anything you could possibly think of for healing, I offer it. I do some holistic stuff on the side that I offer. I have resources that I pull together. I promote anything you can think of within reason as far as holistic medicines go. But I have something really different when it comes to the world of mental wellness and healing. And I call that triadic healing, which is the age of authenticity's user guide to the subconscious mind and how to use it to rewire your brain very quickly. Go to my website, click Get Started, and you'll get the full walkthrough, everything you need. It's right there. And when you're done and you've learned that life is all about celebration and play, join my events. Or just jump right into my events and come play, because I teach as I live. I cannot do classroom settings. That's so fourth perspective. I cannot do it. I have to turn the world into a stage. That's how I learn. That's how I communicate. So when you are taking in information, decide how much of that information should go into your perspective to change you, to shape you into something else, or determine if it's something that serves you, if it's something that you even want to hear. There is nothing rude about saying to someone, excuse me, this is not relevant to my perspective, and I really cannot take in any information at this time. Thank you. There's nothing wrong with saying that. That's called a boundary. Filter what you allow inside your subconscious mind, because it's just in your hand, out in the open, unguarded. Take better care of it. I show you how. We have cookies. If you love shit like this, please like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know which part of the video resonated with you. And help the garden grow, donate below. Thank you so much. And may the kindest of words always find you.